Hi there! Welcome to Joyful Stories. It's a great day to read a chapter book together. Are you ready? Awesome! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today, we are going to read the chapter book, Junie B. Jones is a Party Animal. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Richest Nanna. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice. Except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I am almost 6 years old. Almost 6 is when you ride the bus to afternoon kindergarten. My bestest friend named Grace rides the bus with me. Every day, she sits right exactly next to me. 'Cause I save her a seat, that's why. Saving a seat is when you zoom on the bus and you hurry up and sit down, and then you quick put your feet on the seat next to you. After that, you keep on screaming the word, "Saved! Saved! Saved!" and no one even sits next to you. 'Cause who wants to sit next to a screamer? That's what I would like to know. Me and that Grace have another bestest friend at school. Her name is Lucille. Lucille does not ride the bus with us. Her Richie nanna drives her to school in a big gold car. It is called a Cadillac, I think. And guess what? Today that big old Cadillac was driving right next to the school bus. I banged on my window, very excited. "Lucille! Hey, Lucille! It's me! It's Junie B. Jones. I am right next to you on the school bus. See me? See me, Lucille? I am banging on my window, very excited." Lucille did not see me. "Yeah, only here's the problem. Your nanna just speeded up her car, and now you are zooming way ahead of the bus. And so how come I am still shouting at you? That's what I would like to know." I sat down and smoothed my skirt. "Lucille's nanna has a lead foot, apparently," I said to that Grace. "Lucille's nanna is rich," she said back. "Lucille's nanna is very, very rich," I said. "She owns a big giant house with 1,000,000 rooms in it, and she lets Lucille's whole entire family live there, 'cause it is way too big for just one nanna." "Wow," said that Grace. "I know it is wow, Grace," I said. "My nanna just owns a plain old regular house, and that's it." That Grace did a sad sigh. "My nanna just owns a condo in Florida," she said. Then me and that Grace looked at each other, very glum. "Our nannas are losers," I said. After that, we didn't talk the rest of the trip. Only guess what? When we got to school, we saw the nanna's big gold car. It was parked right in the parking lot. Me and that Grace run there speedy fast. "Lucille, Lucille, it's me. It's Junie B. Jones. Plus also it's that Grace. We are running to see your Richie nanna." We opened the door and sticked our heads inside. "Hi, nanna," I said. "Hello, nanna," said that Grace. The nanna looked surprised at us. "Yeah, only you don't even have to be afraid of us," I said. "'Cause we know your grand girl very good, plus we won't even harm you." He and that Grace got in the back. I rubbed my hand on the seat. "Ooh, I love this rich velvety interior," I told her. I put my cheek on it. "These seats are ooh la la, nanna," I said. Lucille looked grouchy at me. "Don't call her nanna. She's my nanna, not your nanna." "Lucille," said the nanna, very shocked. "What's gotten into you? Your little friends are darling." "Yes, Lucille," I said. "I am darling, plus that Grace is darling, and so back off. Right, nanna?" The nanna did a loud hoot of laughing. "Hey, you're the friendliest nanna I ever saw," I said. "And so maybe Me and Grace can come see your Richie house sometime." Lucille's Nana did another loud hoot. Then me and that Grace did loud hoots too, and all of us kept on laughing and laughing. Only not Lucille. Chapter 2. Excellent work of us. Lucille sits at my same table in room 9. She kept on being mad at me, only I don't even know why. "That is a lovely sweater you're wearing today, Lucille," I said, very pleasant. She scooted her chair away from me. I scooted next to her. "Ooh, is that sequins I see on the collar? 'Cause sequins are my favorite little shiny roundish beady things," I told her. I touched one of the sequins. Lucille pushed my hand away. I tickled her under the chin very friendly. "Coochie coochie coo," I said, real fun. Lucille turned her back to me. I swinged her ponytail. "Swingy, swingy, swingy," I sang. Just then, Lucille sprang out of her chair. "Stop touching me!" she hollered right in my face. My teacher hurried to my table, speedy fast. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs., and that's all. I smiled at her, very cute. "Hello, how are you today? Me and Lucille are not even fighting. We're just having a loudish conversation." Mrs. looked funny at me. "I think you mean conversation, Junie B," she said. "Conservation is when people save something." I tapped on my chin, very thinking. Then, all of a sudden, I jumped up, real excited. "Yeah, only I do, Mrs. I do save something," I said. "I saved that Grace a seat on the bus." I shouted across the room, "Grace! Hey, Grace! Tell Mrs. how I save you a seat on the bus, 'cause she thinks I don't know my words, apparently." That Grace shouted back, "She does, teacher. Junie B saves me a seat on the bus every single day." I smiled, very proud. "See, Mrs., I told you I saved something." Mrs. stared at me a real long time. Then she closed her eyes. And then she said she needs a vacation. Pretty soon, the bell rang for recess. Lucille didn't even wait for me and Grace. She ran right at the door without us. That is how come we had to chase that girl down and surround her. I made my voice very growly. "I am at the end of my string with you, madam," I said. "How come you keep being mad at us? 'Cause me and Grace didn't even do anything to you." Lucille stamped her foot. "Yes, you did. You ruined everything. I was begging my Nana for a little white poodle, and she was almost going to say yes, and then you guys got in my back seat, and now everything is ruined." I did a huffy breath at her. "Yeah, only that is not even our fault, Lucille, 'cause we didn't know you were begging. We just wanted to see your Richie Nana, and that's all." "I don't care," said Lucille. "You should have stayed away. You guys have your own Nanas." Just then, me and that Grace got very glum again. "I know we have Nanas, Lucille," I said, "but they are not Richie Nanas like yours." That Grace hanged her head. "Our Nanas are just regular Nanas," she said. "They are duds," I said real soft. After that, Lucille acted nicer to us. "Sorry," she said. "Sorry about your regular Nanas. I was just upset about not getting my poodle, that's all. Usually my Nana gives me whatever I want." Just then, I smiled real big, 'cause a great idea popped in my head. That's why. It came right out of thin air. "Lucille, hey, Lucille, maybe me and Grace can come to your Nana's house, and we can help you beg for a poodle." I danced all around. "And here is another great idea. Maybe we can even spend the night, possibly, 'cause me and Grace never even saw Richie house before. Plus, that way we can beg for your poodle the whole entire evening." All of a sudden, that Grace started dancing all around too. "When can we come? When can we come?" she asked. I clapped my hands, very thrilled. I am available on Saturday, I believe, I said. Me too. I'm available on Saturday too, said that Grace. Lucille thought and thought. I don't know about Saturday, she said. My mommy and daddy and brother are going away for the weekend, so it's just going to be my Nana and me. I jumped up and down. Hooray, I said. That will work out even better, because now we can beg your Nana with positively no interruptions. Just then, Lucille started to smile. Hey, yeah, why didn't I think of that? She said. I pointed at myself. Because I'm the brains of this outfit, that's why, I said, real happy. After that, all of us skipped around and around, plus me and that Grace did a high five, because we were on our way to the Nanas, of course. Chapter 3. The Rules. Guess what? Guess what? On Friday, Lucille's Nana called my mother, and she invited me to spend the night with Lucille on Saturday, and my mother didn't even say no. My feet zoomed all around the house when I heard that. I'm spending the night, I'm spending the night, I'm spending the night, I shouted. I zoomed into my baby brother Ollie's room. Hey Ollie, I'm spending the night, I'm spending the night, I'm spending the... Just then, Mother ran in the door and swished me right out of there. It was not pleasant. I brushed myself off. Yeah, only you shouldn't actually swish people, I said, kind of quiet. Mother raised her voice at me. How many times, Junie B? How many times have I told you to stay out of Ollie's room while he's sleeping, huh? How many? I think for a minute. 1,000,000 bazillion, I said. But that is just a ballpark figure. Mother glared at me, very mad. I rocked back and forth on my feet. A ballpark figure is when you don't know the actual figure, and so you make up a figure, because that would get people off your back, I explained. My boyfriend named Ricardo told me that. His father sells insurance, I believe. Mother tapped her angry foot. We are not talking about Ricardo's father, Junie B. We are talking about going into Ollie's room while he's sleeping. And besides, I haven't said that you could spend the night at Lucille's. I want to talk it over with your father first. I hugged her leg. Please, Mother, please. Please, I'll be good. I promise. Just then, the front door opened. It was my daddy. He was home from work. I ran to him like a speedy rocket. Then I hugged his leg too, and he couldn't even shake me off. I'll be good, Daddy. I promise. All of a sudden, Mother swished me away again. She put me down in the living room, and then she and Daddy did whispering in the hall. And guess what? They said I could go to Lucille's. Yippee, yippee, yippee! I shouted. After that, I started to zoom some more, but Daddy quick grabbed me by my belt. Yeah, only here's the problem. I'm not actually zooming, I told him. No, here's the problem, said Daddy. Before you spend the night with Lucille, you have to agree to the rules. I raised up my eyebrows. Rules? I asked. There's rules involved? Lots of rules, said Daddy. Then he and Mother bended down next to me, and they told me the rules of spending the night. They are no running, no jumping, no shouting, no squealing, no hollering, no snooping, no spying, no arguing, no fighting, no cheating at games, no talking back to the Nana, no breaking other people's toys, no grumping, no crying, no fibbing, no tickling people when they say no, no staying up late, and absolutely no head-butting. After I heard the rules, I did a sigh. Yeah, only that doesn't actually leave me so much to work with, I said. Mother ruffled my hair. Sorry, kiddo, but that's the deal, she said. Take it or leave it. Take it, I shouted out. I'll take the deal. Then I kissed Mother and Daddy on their cheeks, and I hugged them very tight, and they couldn't shake me off again. Chapter 4. Packing my bags. The next morning was Saturday. I jumped out of bed and run to the kitchen. Then I got a big giant plastic bag and I run back to my room to pack for Lucille's. First, I packed my favorite pillow. Then I packed my pajamas and my bathrobe and my slippers that look like bunnies. Also, I packed my blanket and my sheets and a small attractive throw rug. Finally, I packed my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. He looked up at me from inside the bag. "Yeah, only here's the problem," he said. "You're not actually supposed to put me in a plastic bag 'cause I could suffocate in this thing." My eyes got big and wide. "Oh no," I said, real upset. "I forgot about that." That's how come I quick got my scissors and cut air holes for that guy. Philip Johnny Bob sniffed the air. "Better," he said. I petted his trunk, then I went into the family room and I watched cartoons till Mother got up. Pretty soon, I heard her slippers in the hall. Mother, I'm all ready. I'm all ready to go to Lucille's." I pulled Mother into my room and showed her my plastic bag. Mother shook her head. "Way too much stuff," she said. Then she got a teeny suitcase from the shelf and she packed my pajamas and my slippers and my robe and my toothbrush. After that, she got a sleeping bag from her closet and she put my pillow on top of it. "There, that's all you'll need. You're all set," she said. I sprang into the air. "All set," I hollered, real joyful. "Junie B. Jones is all set for Lucille's." After that, I quick grabbed Philip Johnny Bob and I dragged my stuff to the front door. "All righty, let's be on our way," I shouted, very excited. Mother was in baby Ollie's room. She didn't come. "Okie dokie, I'm going outside now. Junie B. Jones is going outside to get in the car," I shouted louder. Just then, Mother ran to get me. "No, Junie B, no. I'm not taking you to Lucille's, remember? Lucille's Nana is picking you up at 3 o'clock. I told you that. I'm sure I did." All of a sudden, my shoulders got very slumping. 'Cause I didn't actually remember that information, that's why. "Darn it," I said, very sad. 3 o'clock takes forever. After that, I slumped to the table and ate my breakfast. Then I sat on my front step and I swinged on my swings and I read some books and I ate a cheese sandwich and I counted to 1,000,000 bazillion and I sat on my step once more and then guess what? 3 o'clock finally came! I saw the big gold car in my driveway. "Hey, she's here! She's here! She's here!" I yelled, real thrilled. Mother and Daddy hurried to the door. "Are you ready to go?" said Mother. "Ready!" I yelled. "Junie B. Jones is ready to go." The Richie nanny got out of her car. I throwed my arms around her. "Hello, Nana. Hello. I've been waiting for you the whole livelong day." Mother pulled me off that woman. "Sorry," she said. "I'm afraid Junie B has a little extra energy in her. She's been sitting on the step for hours." I leaped away high in the air. "Sitting on the step?" I said. "Junie B. Jones has been sitting on the step." Daddy and Mother carried my things to the big gold Cadillac. And guess what? When they opened the door, Lucille and Aunt Grace were already in the back seat. "Lucille! Grace! I didn't even know you were already here. And so this is a delightful surprise." I reached inside to try to tickle them, but Mother pulled my hand away. "Please, Junie B, don't start," she said. I saluted her. Aye, Captain," I said, real hilarious. After that, I got in the car and I bounced on the softy seat. Only too bad for me, 'cause I accidentally bounced too high and I banged my head on the roof. The Nana did a gasp. I patted her. "Yeah, only that didn't even faze me," I said. After that, I buckled up my seatbelt and I waved goodbye to Mother and Daddy, and the Nana drove us away. Chapter 5. Going to the Ball. Lucille was sitting in the middle. She whispered real quiet to me and that Grace. Beg for my poodle, she said. You promised, remember? You promised to beg for my poodle. Me and that Grace looked and looked at each other, 'cause we didn't actually want to do that particular thing. Lucille poked us. Come on, you promised, she whispered. You promised to beg. I did a sigh. Then I thinked and thinked about what to say. Finally, I took a deep breath. Hey, Nana, guess what? Lucille wants a poodle, apparently. And so, could you buy her one, do you think? I asked. Yes, could you? Asked that Grace. 'Cause she is making us beg you, or else we can't spend the night. The Nana's mouth came all the way open. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? Well, my granddaughter knows perfectly well that I'm allergic to dogs. So, you can tell Lucille that a poodle is out of the question, I'm afraid. I patted Lucille, very understanding. A poodle is out of the question, we're afraid, I said. Lucille kicked her feet up and down. Beg harder, she whispered. You have to beg harder. I did a frown. Are you farming that, Nana? I asked. No poodle, Lucille, said the Nana, very snappish. Lucille kicked her feet some more. I knew that dumb idea wouldn't work, she grouched. Just then, the car stopped in front of a big iron gate. Grace's eyes opened big and wide. Wow, this gate looks like a castle gate, she said. Lucille smiled a teeny bit. It's not a castle gate, you silly head, Grace, she said. This is the gate to my house. The Nana pushed a button and the gate opened right in front of her eyes. Hey, that button is like magic, I said. Lucille smiled bigger. After that, the Nana drove down a long driveway. She stopped in the front of a big, beautiful house. Lucille jumped out of the house and ran inside. Me and that Grace followed after her. And guess what? Lucille's house was even beautifuler on the inside than it was on the outside. There was a beautiful long row of stairs, and a beautiful big bowl of flowers, and a beautiful giant sparkly ceiling light made out of glass. I did a gasp at that glistening thing. That light takes my breathing away, I said. Lucille skipped all around in a circle. She sang a loud song in our ears. See, I told you I was rich. See, I told you I was rich, she sang. She made that song up, I believe. After that, she took her hands and showed us all the rooms in her house. She showed us the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, and the big giant patio, and the daddy's office, and the mother's office, and the family room, and the pool room where you play pool, and the outside pool where you swim, and the hot tub, and the library, and the gym, and the Nana's room, and the mother and daddy's room, and a fancy gold bathroom with a jacuzzi, and the brother's room, and a whole bunch of guest rooms. Then finally, Lucille showed us her very own bedroom, and it looked like a bedroom where a princess lived. Lucille's bed had a pink frilly roof on top of it. That is called a canopy, she explained. It matches my pink silk draperies and pink silk bedspread and my pink telephone and my plush pink rug and my wallpaper with pink flowers in it. And see my TV and my stereo and my computer and my CD player? She pointed to the corner. And did you notice all of my big stuffed animals standing over there? She asked. My eyes popped out of those giant guys. The giraffe was bigger than me even. Me and that Grace ran to play with them. No, stop, don't, shouted Lucille. You're not allowed to touch them. They are just for show. Huh? Said that Grace. What? I said. How come? Because they were expensive. That's how come, she said. Those animals costed my Nana a fortune. Oh, I said, kind of disappointed. Oh, said that Grace. We sat down on Lucille's bed. Lucille shouted at us again. "No, get up! You're not allowed to sit there. That bedspread is just for show." Me and that Grace sprang right off of there. Lucille quick smoothed the material with her hand. "Don't you two know anything?" she said. "This bedspread is made out of silk. I told you I'm not allowed to get it soiled." "Oh," I said. "Oh," said that Grace. After that, Lucille skipped over to her dresser and she pressed the button on her mirror. A million bazillion lights came on. "Look at this," she said. "This is my very own professional makeup mirror. It is the same kind of mirror that they use for movie stars. My Nana brought it all the way from Hollywood, California." Me and that Grace run to the sparkly mirror. We looked at ourselves in the bright lights. Then we sticked out our tongues and made funny faces. Lucille quickly turned it off. "It is not a toy," she grouched. After that, me and that Grace just stood very still, and we didn't touch anything. "This is going to be a long evening," I said, kind of quiet. Only just then, something very wonderful happened. Lucille's Nana came in the room, and she was carrying a big box of dress-up clothes. "I thought you little girls might have fun with some of my old evening gowns," she said real nice. "They're as old as the hills, but they're still quite stunning." Lucille ran to the box speedy quick. "Let's play Cinderella," she said. She pulled out a beautiful sparkly pink gown. "I'm Cinderella," she shouted. Then that Grace shoved me out of her way, and she ran to the box too. She pulled out a sparkly blue gown. "I'm the fairy godmother," she yelled. I did a huffy breath at those two, 'cause now I had to be the ugly stepsister. Probably. I bended down and searched through the box very careful. Then, all of a sudden, my hands felt something long and silky and softy. I quickly pulled it out of there. The Nana's whole face lighted up. "Oh my goodness! My old feather boa," she said. "Why, I haven't seen that thing in years." I danced all around with that lovely thing. "I love this, Nana. I love this old feather boa." Just then, another great idea popped in my brain. "Hey, I know. I will be the famous singer that sings at Cinderella's ball." Lucille and Grace looked funny at me. "What singer?" said Lucille. "There's no singer," said that Grace. I stamped my foot at them. "Yes, there is. There is, too, a singer, and I am her. And my name is Florence the Famous Singer, and I will be performing show tunes from the hit musical Annie. So there." Lucille and Grace shrugged their shoulders at me. Then they dressed up in their beautiful gowns. Then they went to the ball, and I sang, "The sun will come out tomorrow." Chapter 6. Bouncing. After we finished playing Cinderella, the Nana called us to dinner. Me and Lucille and that Grace skipped into the big dining room. We sat at a long, shiny table. Pretty soon, Lucille's Nana came in from the kitchen, and she gave us our dinner. And guess what? Its name was Beans and Frank. "Hooray!" I said. "Hooray for Beans and Frank, 'cause this is my favorite kind of home cooking." The Nana did a teeny smile. "Well, we usually have a cook, but I gave her the night off," she said. After that, the Nana poured milk into beautiful, sparkly glasses. "Ooh, Nana, these are your best crystal glasses," said Lucille, really thrilled. "I love these expensive things." "Me too. I love these expensive things too," I said. Only too bad for me, 'cause nobody even told me that crystal glasses were very heavy. And so, when I picked up my glass, it slipped right out of my hand, and it fell on the floor, and it broke into lots of pieces. Lucille's whole mouth came open. "Oh no, you broke it! You broke my Nana's crystal glass!" The Nana's face was reddish and scrunchy. "Sorry, Nana," I said real soft. "Sorry I broke your crystal glass." The Nana sucked her cheeks way into her head. "Let's just try to be more careful, shall we, dear?" she said. I bobbed my head up and down. "We shall," I said back. After that, I ate my beans and frank very careful. Only pretty soon, my frank spilled off my fork, and he landed on the Nana's white tablecloth. "Oh no!" hollered Lucille. "That's my Nana's good linen tablecloth. She bought it all the way from Ireland." The Nana's face was twisty and puffy. I quick pushed my plate away from me. My stomach felt in a tight knot. Yeah, only guess what? I am not actually hungry anymore, and so I will just sit here and not spill anything, I think. The Nana cleaned up my messes with a wet cloth. After she finished, she brought us chocolate ice cream for dessert. Only too bad for me, 'cause a teeny plop of ice cream dropped right off my spoon, and it landed on my chair cushion. The Nana did a big breath. "You're a bit of a bull in a china shop, aren't you, dear?" she said. "Sorry, Nana," I said. "Sorry, sorry, sorry." The Nana patted my hand very stiffish. "Quite all right," she said, kind of mumbly. After that, I got down from the table, and me and my friends went back to Lucille's room. And guess what? Things got funner, because Lucille said we could play with the games in her closet, on account of they weren't even expensive. First, we played Chutes and Ladders. Then, we played Twister and Bingo and Chinese Checkers and Tic-Tac-Toe and Candyland. Plus also, we played Let's Spin till we get real dizzy and fall down. And guess what? I didn't even break anything. "Hey, I think I'm getting the hang of this party," I said, very happy. Just then, the Nana knocked on Lucille's door. "Time for you ladies to put your pajamas on," she told us. I danced all around the room real happy. "Hooray!" I said. "Hooray for pajamas, 'cause I brought my favorites." I quick put them on. "See them, Nana? See how biggish and baggish they are? That is how come they feel so comfortable." The Nana's eyes looked down on me. "How very charming," she said. Just then, that Grace jumped right in front of me. "Look at mine, Nana," she said. "See mine? My pajamas have neon green polka dotties on them." "How very colorful," said the Nana. All of a sudden, Lucille popped out of her big closet. "Ta-da! Look at me, everyone. I'm wearing my beauteous pink satin nightie. See me? See how lovely I look? I look like a gorgeous model in this thing," she said. Lucille let me and that Grace feel her material. "How very smoothly," I said. After that, me and Grace unrolled our sleeping bags on the floor, and the Nana took the silk bedspread off Lucille's bed. "Time to get your beauty sleep, princess," she told Lucille. Then those two kissed and hugged goodnight, and the Nana shut the door. Only guess what? Lucille didn't even get in bed. She kept twirling all around in her pink satin nightgown. "This is how models twirl," she said. "They twirl so you can see their fronts and their backs." Lucille wouldn't stop twirling. "See my front? See my back?" she said. Me and that Grace got up on her bed to watch her twirl. Lucille's bed was soft and cushy. We bounced up there a teeny bit. Lucille stopped twirling. "Hey, don't," she said. "That bed is for beauty sleep only." I patted her bed very admiring. "Yeah, only it's too bad we can't actually play up here, 'cause this mattress is a bouncy one," I said. Just then, Lucille's face did a sneaky smile. "Want to bounce?" she said real soft. "Want to really, really bounce?" She tippy-toed to her door and looked down the hall. "Come on," she whispered. "Follow me." I grabbed Philip, Johnny, Bob, and followed after Lucille and that Grace. We tiptoed down the hall and around the corner. Then Lucille opened the door to a big guest room, and there was a giant bed in that place. "See it?" she said. "See how huge that bed is? My Nana had it specially made in case we have tall company." Lucille quickly shut the door after us. "Come on, let's go," she said. And so all of us run to the big bed speedy quick, and we jumped and jumped and jumped on that thing. I sang a joyful song. It is called "Jumping, Jumping, Jumping on the Giant Bed. Jumping, Jumping, Jumping on the Giant Bed." I sang. Only too bad for me, 'cause all of a sudden I remembered something very important. And it is called "Mother and Daddy said no jumping." I got off the bed speedy fast. "Yeah, only here's the problem," I said. "I am not actually allowed to jump, 'cause Mother and Daddy said no jumping. And so you guys should stop jumping too, 'cause that would be polite of you." Lucille and that Grace didn't pay attention to me. That is how I had to get back on the giant bed and shout in their faces. "Stop jumping," I said, "'cause I am not allowed to jump, and you guys shouldn't jump too." Grace sprang away high in the air. "Who's jumping? I'm not jumping," she said. She giggled very silly. "I'm bouncing." Just then, my whole face got happy. I hugged and hugged that girl, 'cause Mother and Daddy didn't say I couldn't bounce. After that, I bounced and bounced and bounced. "Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing on the giant bed," I sang. I bounced till sweat came on my head. Then I flopped down on the bed to rest. I flopped on a plumpery pillow. "Ooh, Lucille, this is the most plumpery pillow I ever even saw," I told her. "Of course it is, silly," said Lucille. "That's because my Nana has all her pillows handmade in Sweden." I quick swinged the plumpery pillow over to my friend Grace. "Grace, hey Grace, feel how plumpery this pillow is," I said. Only Grace didn't actually see it coming, and it accidentally hit her in the head. I peeked at her under that thing. "Yeah, only that did not even harm you, I bet, 'cause plumpery pillows don't hurt people, right Grace, right?" That Grace did a teeny grin. Then she took the plumpery pillow off her head, and she swung it all around, and she hit me in the tummy. "Oomph," I said. Then I laughed and laughed. "Hey, I was right. Plumpery pillows don't hurt people." After that, I hit Lucille in the head with my plumpery pillow. Plus, also, I hit Grace again. Then those guys got their own plumpery pillows, and all of us kept on hitting each other. Very fun. Only just then, a mistake happened, 'cause I didn't even know there was a rip in my plumpery pillow. And so the next time I hit Grace, all of my feathers exploded out of it. There was a million bazillion of those floaty things. They filled the whole air practically. Lucille did a gasp. That Grace did a gasp too. I danced around very giggling. "Hey, it's snowing," I said. "It's snowing, it's snow—" Just then, the door swung open very fast. It was Lucille's Nana. She saw me holding the broken plumpery pillow. My heart pounded hard inside of me. "Hello," I said, very nervous. "How are you today?" "I am fine, except I am having a little bit of a feather problem, apparently." The Nana walked at me very slow. Then she took my pillow out of my hands, and she hid her face in that flatty thing, and she didn't come out for a real long time. Chapter 7. Peeping. After a while, the Nana took us back to Lucille's room. Me and Philip, Johnny, Bob got in our sleeping bags speedy fast. Then that Grace got in her sleeping bag too, and Lucille got into her softy bed. "Not one more peep out of you girls," said the Nana, very grouchy. Do you hear me? Not one more peep." She turned off the light and shut the door. I stayed quiet a real long time, 'cause I was scared of that woman, that's why. All of a sudden, I heard a teeny voice. "Peep," it said. "Peep, peep, peep." It was Lucille. Me and that Grace giggled out loud at her. "Peep," said that Grace. "Peep," I said. "Peep," said Philip, Johnny, Bob. Then pretty soon, all of us were peeping all over the place. Peep, 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 beep, 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 beep. Lucille kept on peeping louder and louder and louder. "Beep, beep, beep," she said. Also, she was giggling very hard. Finally, me and that Grace sat up in our sleeping bags. We stared at that girl. "Lucille is peeping out of control," said that Grace. "Maybe she's overly tired," I said. "Overly tired makes your brain go silly." "Peep," said Lucille. "Peep, beep, 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 beep." Just then, Lucille's Nana opened the door again. "Silence!" she yelled, real scary. Shivers came on my skin. Then all of us quick crawled under our covers again, and we closed our eyes, and we didn't say another peep. Chapter 8. Morning. Morning came very early. It was still dark outside. I jiggled Lucille and that Grace. "I'm hungry," I said. "Are you guys hungry? I am really, really hungry." I shook them some more. "Let's eat. You want to eat? I really, really want to eat." Finally, Lucille and that Grace yawned and stretched. Then all of us put on our bathrobes and our slippers, and we went down the hall to get the Nana for breakfast. Lucille shook her real gentle. "Wake up, Nana," she whispered. "Wake up, Nana," said that Grace. "Wake up, Nana," I said. The Nana did a snore. That's how come we had to pull her up by her arms, and we turned a bright light in her face. The Nana yawned real big. It was not pleasant. After that, she got her robe and slippers, and she went downstairs with us. We sat at the long dining room table again. The Nana passed out cereal bowls. "Oh, Nana, these are the brand new china bowls you bought in France. These are my favorites," said Lucille. All of a sudden, I felt a knot in my stomach again. I tapped on the Nana's hand. "Yeah, only here's the problem. I think I would like to have a plastic cereal bowl, 'cause plastic is more of my style." The Nana rolled her eyes way up at the ceiling. I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. "I don't own any plastic cereal bowls," she said. After that, she brought in the orange juice, and she poured it into teeny crystal glasses. I got down from my chair. "Yeah, only guess what? I think I will just stand here and not eat, or else I might spill something again," I said. The Nana looked and looked at me. Then she went into the kitchen, and she brought me back a banana. "Here, try this," she said, kind of nicer. I did a smile. Then I ate my banana very careful, and I didn't spill a drop. Mother picked me up at 9 o'clock. She came into the Nana's big, beautiful house to get me. "My, what a lovely home you have here," she said to the Nana. Then Mother walked to the big bowl of beautiful flowers, and she tried to smell those lovely things. "No, don't! They are just for show, probably," I hollered. After that, I said goodbye to my friends, and I thanked the Nana. I quickly pulled Mother out of that house, or else she might break something, that's why. I ran down the steps and got in my car. Then I rubbed my hand on the back seat. It was not as soft as the Nana's back seat. I smiled very relieved. "It's good to be back," I said. Mother drove down the long driveway. My stomach growled real loud. Guess what? My tummy is still hungry for breakfast, 'cause I didn't actually eat much this morning, I said. Mother laughed. I swear, Junie B, your stomach is a bottomless pit, she said. Just then, another great idea popped into my head. Mother, hey mother, maybe you and me can stop at Grandma Miller's for breakfast, 'cause she fixes blueberry pancakes every Sunday morning. And blueberry pancakes is my favorite breakfast in the whole entire world. Mother thinked about my offer. Then all of a sudden, she turned around the car, and we drove to my Grandma Miller's house, and we were just in time for blueberry pancakes. We ate a million bazillion of those delicious things. Plus, also I drank orange juice out of a plastic glass. Hooray, I said. Hooray for plastic. Then me and Grandma Miller hugged and hugged. And guess what else? I think I like my regular nanna just perfect. The end.
Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you next time. Bye.